Hey guys, this video is just to talk a little bit about the mother and daughter dysfunctional dynamic. And I'm speaking from my experience. Some of you guys know my story about me having a drug addicted mom. My mom is currently still on drugs. Um, I didn't grow up in a household with my biological mother who raised me. Um, I grew up with an aunt. My aunt raised me, rest her soul. But the dysfunctional dynamic of not being raised in a healthy environment, not being taught how to be a woman, um, just the wisdom that could have helped me navigate throughout this life. So we learn through experiences. So if you don't have a mom to teach you how to love, to teach you how to be a woman, to teach you what a healthy dynamic looks like, how a woman is supposed to love her daughter, how a mom is supposed to love her daughter. We're not taught that in a healthy way. We've all come from, a lot of us have come from some form of dysfunctional dynamics from our household. But that doesn't mean that we have to stay in that space. So they talk a lot about breaking generational curses. So even though I didn't have a mom to raise me because my mom was on drugs, so I didn't have that healthy dynamic, or I never saw what a healthy dynamic of a mom and a daughter looked like. Doesn't mean I can't be better for the dynamic when it comes to me and my daughter. So at the end of the day, it's just making a conscious decision to be better. So in order for me to be better, I had to forgive my mom. So that process, when it came to forgiving her, was a very hard process for me, because I had to really see it through the lens as if I was my mother, um, not looking at it like just her being my mom, but looking at it from a woman to woman perspective. So growing up as a witness to a drug addict, but not an actual drug addict. I've never been a drug addict, so I don't know what that feels like. I only have witnessed um, a drug addict, so I don't know my mother's story. I don't know the different things that she had to encounter. I don't know the different things that she had to sacrifice for me. So when I get to really sit back and really process that and try to see it from that perspective, not knowing that if I was in her shoes, or if she was dealt a different deck of cards, what that would have looked like. And I could never know that because I'm not her. So when you start to look at it from that perspective, um, it was easier for me to start to really let go of the pain and the hurt, um, that I experienced growing up as a little girl. So just, I guess, acknowledging the little girl in me, acknowledging that little girl at 6 years old who was abandoned by her mom, who wanted her mom, who have been upset with her mom for almost 40 years. And um, understanding that I can't keep blaming her for um, for any of that, you know, learning to love her where she is and accept her for who she is. Um, and at the end of the day, in order for me to be better for my daughter, now I have a daughter, so I can't repeat that same cycle of hurt and pain and pass my traumas on to her if I don't work on myself. So I wanted to break that dysfunctional dynamic. I wanted to break that generational curse. I wanted to break that unhealthy cycle. And in order to do that, I had to make a conscious decision to be better, which caused me to shift to really work on myself and my healing journey and being better as a woman, being better as a mom. And that comes from just tapping into myself, tapping into um, my authenticity, which is what we're not taught how to do as young girls. We're taught, how to dress, how to walk, how to, we're not taught to think for ourselves. And we can't fault our parents, for not teaching us because they're only doing what they were taught. So when you start to look at the different cycles when it comes to dysfunctional dynamics, when it comes to a mother of a daughter, that mother is only doing what she know because that's what her mom, that's she get it from her mom. She's going to model what she modeled, and so forth and so on, until you consciously make the decision to break that cycle and to be better. So I am that generation in my family that is not the norm. That's not going to be doing what everybody else is doing because I chose to be better, a better version of myself every day so I can be better for my daughter, so I can be better for my family. And if I show up as the best version of myself every day, then I mean I'm going to automatically be a better mom. I'm going to automatically be a better friend. I'm going to be a better wife. I'm going to be a better family member. I'm going to be a better individual, a better human being in this life every day. But in order for me to do that, I have to tap into myself because I only have control over myself. So that dysfunctional dynamic when it comes to mother and daughter, at the end of the day, it's us being our daughter's first teacher. You know what I'm saying? So you have to really be honest with yourself, ladies, and say, am I setting an example for my daughter? Am I setting an example for this young queen that I'm raising in this society that that we live in? This dysfunctional, toxic society. Am I leading by example? What type of music am I listening to? What type of things am I reading? What type of things am I watching? What am I exposing my daughter to? And I'm only speaking from a mother and daughter perspective. Some of this may resonate with a lot of you guys. Um, and this is just to really, I want y'all to really hear me. Don't be upset with me. Don't attack me. I'm just the messenger. Listen to the message. This is just really increasing that logic, y'all. Increasing that logic. Let's think, 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 and let's decrease that emotion. So, in order to hear the message, let's bring down that emotion, y'all. So, in order for us to be better as women, for these little girls growing up in this world, we have to do better. And that starts with us. That starts with you tapping into yourself. That starts with you knowing that regardless of what, you are a beautiful woman inside and out, no matter what. And if you have a little girl that's looking up to you, then you have to show her what confidence looks like, what respect looks like, what love looks like in a healthy way. So breaking those cycles just because your mom didn't teach you, just because you didn't have a good role model, doesn't mean you have to continue that cycle. So at the end of the day, it's making a conscious decision to be better. My daughter is what I needed in my life to grow me up. My daughter is what I needed in my life for me to really start to tap into myself so I can be better for her, so I can be better for myself, so I can show up in this world as the best version of myself. And if I'm able to do that, I'm going to automatically around be a good person, a better person, a better human being. So I encourage you guys to really tap into you guys. Um, Authentic selves. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, having daughters, we learn a lot just by watching them. I've learned so much just by watching my daughter. I've learned so much about myself, and I've grown, and I evolved so much just by watching her and listening to her and getting to know her, and learning from my mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We like, dang, she act just like me. Okay, if it's a not so good way, attitude or this, that, and the other, just learning how to correct the behavior in real time, learning how to correct it in real time, and navigate it in a more healthy, non-dysfunctional way. So I hope this message finds you guys. I hope this message touched somebody. At the end of the day, us as Black women, us as women, us as human beings have to tap into yourself to be a better version of yourself every day. As I stated before, the whole point of this life is to grow and evolve. So in order for you to be better, you have to be open to new information. Increase that logic, y'all. Decrease that emotion. Expanded perspective coming to y'all soon. Peace and blessings. Thank you.